Hey, hey, have you noticed that I have not been including the intro lately? That was on purpose. It's like I planned this thing. What I want you to do is I'm going to play it now, all right? And I want you to kind of watch it. And I think now that we're pretty deep into the book, you're going to have a whole new appreciation for why I included a lot of the clips that I put into this intro. We're going to play the long form of the intro. There's still a couple things that I put in because they're references to something that hasn't happened yet in the book, but really check it out now as opposed to when we first started, and look at the things you recognize, all right? So I'll see you in 53 seconds. All right, see all the things you recognize now? Yep, made you learn, tricked you, you learned stuff. You're smarter than you were back in February. Ha! Well, that's cool. I really sincerely believe that that's cool. I mean, probably not a big shock to you that as a teacher, I think learning is important, but I really do. I mean, not just as a teacher, not just because it's my job. I really do believe that lifelong learning is an important aspect of happiness. Quite frankly, I think too often school and your education is presented as a chore, as a task, as a job. Perhaps the better way to look at it is it's an opportunity. All right, it's an opportunity to become more like Clarice or Montag and less like Mildred. And I know that we all do Mildredy things sometimes, myself included. All right, I mean, we've all burned a few hours with social media and just been like, whoa, it's dark out now. Reddit, I took Reddit off my phone. I mean, I know I can still access it through, the browser, but I took the Reddit app off my phone because I can get lost in there for a real long time. But I recognized it as well. It's all right, but I'm losing a lot of time here, and I'm not really getting much out of it. So I had to kind of police myself, and I got rid of it off my phone. Does this mean I'm against social media? No. I mean, look, I'm almost 50, so yeah, I still have a Facebook. I think in the same way we can all recognize that Mildred is making some really bad choices, and to some degree she's responsible for some of her own unhappiness. I think we could also recognize that Clarice had the better life, even though it apparently came to a tragic early end. In terms of quality of life, it seems to me that I would much rather be like Clarice than Mildred. And I think we all have some degree of Clarice's personality in us, but I also think we have some degree of Mildred's personality in us hanging around too. And what I'm hoping you do as a result of this novel is to recognize when you're making a choice that is going to put you more towards the Mildred side of things than the Clarice side of things. And some common phrases that kind of pop up when I think people are taking a more Mildredy path are phrases like doing something that's just good enough. It's good enough. Just get it over with. Good enough. It's a missed opportunity. It's a missed opportunity. Or, hey, I just want to pass. I'm hoping after reading this novel and thinking about this novel, you tend to be less, I just want to pass, and more, I just want to learn. Because if you do that, I think that the grades, they'll just come. And I know there's the argument like, well, yeah, but how am I ever going to use this in real life? To be honest, I don't know. Maybe you won't. However, can I remind you that Captain Beatty is a big fan of the idea of why learn anything save pressing buttons, pulling switches, fitting nuts and bolts, okay? Because school, education, yeah, sure, there's some degree of job training and life training that's a part of it, but that's not all of it. All right, I don't necessarily know what you're going to do for a career, and quite frankly, you may not know yet either. And if you don't, that's fine. Because, geez, what are you, 16? You don't have to make big life decisions like that totally yet. You've got time to explore. But I think a lot of what goes on in schools, in terms of what we want you to learn, it'll help ensure a quality of life. Okay, it's not just you're going to use this in your job when, no, because your job is not going to be the only aspect of your life. All right, you're going to have leisure time too. Hey, did you notice I just talked about quality and leisure? Does that sound familiar? I hope it does. I'm a firm believer that education is important to have a full, satisfying life. All right, I want to throw one more thing out at you in this video today. So this is an idea I've had for a writing prompt. I'm not going to sign this writing prompt until Monday, but I want you to have the ideas start bouncing around in your noggin. So here's the thing. Here's the idea. Ready? So the FBI. Okay, they study some pretty rotten people, right? Kidnappers and terrorists and some real bad people. And I'm confident that they have compiled what they have learned from these people, so they can so they could use that information in the future to stop crimes and to catch criminals. Okay, like I'm fairly confident the FBI is aware of the tactics that people use to kidnap other people. I imagine that they know about how vans have been modified to be used in such an endeavor. There's no doubt in my mind that the FBI has this information, as they should. Because when the FBI has like a new agent hired, they got to learn this stuff, right? Makes sense. So let's say they publish it in a textbook. Okay, all this information about how bad dudes work. Should this textbook be available to the general public? I mean, at what point does it become a how-to manual? And if we're saying no, we shouldn't put that out there, are you censoring information now? Shouldn't I, as a private citizen, also be aware of what bad people are doing so I can protect myself from these bad people? Do you see how sometimes these things become problematic? We'll revisit that on Monday. Ooh, this video's getting long. Finished up that paragraph and anything else we had done this week. Bye.